I know that it's a little bit noisy. You can see the central bus station of the Arabs in Jerusalem, and it makes some people annoyed because the Skull Hill is next to it. This is where Jesus was crucified, somewhere down there, according to the Garden Tomb, the second option. There are two options. I don't want to say second. The two options of the crucifixion. This is one of them. And just before we will talk about it, I mean, look at it. It's looked like a skull. It's looked like a skull. And that's one of the eyes that you can see, which is right there. But the skull itself is a little bit to the right. Right there. Now it's noisy, and then people will be annoyed by that. But think about it. This is a place that people have been crucified. If you want to crucify something, is because you want the people to understand what not to do. Then this is the wall of the city. Then first of all, it was outside the wall of the city, just like the Bible mentioned. You can see the wall right there. Then, if you want people to know it, it must be busy. People are supposed to walk here. And the central bus station tells us that it might be a very busy place at the time of Jesus. Then in that case, why not to crucify people there? They didn't mind about the noise. What they wanted to know is that what they wanted to spread is the rumor. Don't do that. Now let's read the Bible, and as usual, I will read the Hebrew, you will read the English, and we are going back to John 19, 16, 18. As מסר אותו Pilatus in Hebrew, Pilate in English, להם לצליבה, crucified. לקחו את יהושע, Jesus, וכשהוא נושא את צלבו, יצא אל המקום הנקרא גולגותה. Golgotha. Golgotha in Aramaic, in Hebrew, a skull. And that's why it's called the Skull Hill. כלומר, מקום הגולגולה. They even explain you where they crucified him. שם צלבו אותו עם שניים אחרים. They crucified him with two others. אחד מזה והשני מזה וישוע ביניהם. And Jesus in the center. Then what I want you to understand that although it doesn't belong to the church, it's not part of the Garden Tomb. Above it, there is a Muslim cemetery. And still, although it's very difficult, as you can see, to pray here, to concentrate, that's why we have so many other places right there that you can choose from. But this is the site. And this is amazing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, my friend. I do have more than 22,000 videos on my YouTube channel, almost on any subject of the Israel and the Holy Land. And we are now walking from the Skull Hill, the Golgotha, through the tomb of Jesus, according to the Garden Tomb. Look how beautiful is the scenery. So green now, even a little bit quiet. We are not, it's not so noisy now. We are very happy with that. And there's so many chapels that you can actually use to pray as a group and as a private people. The garden, the Skull Hill, wasn't part of the garden of Joseph of Arimathea. He belongs to King Herod and later on to the Romans. But this is the garden of a rich man. And it's beautiful to see it. I don't know about you. For example, this is one of my favorite places that you can relax, pray, do the service. Another option is in front of you. And we found so many things at the Garden Tomb. For example, a huge water system, which is just right here. And the tomb is very close to here, but before the tomb, let me show you another place of a rich man. Wine press. Right here. And guys, this is the tomb of Jesus. Look at that beautiful garden. This is the garden of a rich man, Joseph of Arimathea. And we are at the garden tomb, and we are heading to see the tomb of Jesus according to the Protestant, according to the Christians. Look how beautiful it is. Sadly, there are not a lot of tourists now, then there's no line. Then for me, it's good. Actually, it's not because I'm not guiding people. But look how beautiful it is. In Jerusalem, there are two sites that mention the tomb of Jesus. One of them is at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the second one is here. I took already more than 22,000 videos of Jerusalem, and not a lot. I must say that I took some videos of the garden tomb, but not a lot, because it's not inside the old city, it's outside the old city, and it's not open every day, and it's open until now because of the war. It's open until 1 p.m. But before we'll enter, let me read it for you in Hebrew. I want you to open the book. No, you will see John 19:40-42, and I will read the same one, but in Hebrew. יוסף איש רמתיים ונקדימון, ג'וזף, יוסף, לקחו את גופת ישוע. Yeshua, if you're Christian, you know that is the name. If not, Jesus is actually okay. ועטפו אותה בתכריכים עם הבשמים כמנהג הגבורה אצל היהודים. That's how the Jews bury their dead until today. They anointed the body and they put a shroud around him. במקום שנצלב ישוע, in the place that Jesus was crucified, היה גן, ובגן קבר חדש שעוד לא הונח בו איש. שם שמו את ישוע, כי ערב שבת היה ליהודים והקבר קרוב. Then in that case, he gave Jesus his own tomb. And because someone is praying there, I will wait, and then we will enter together to eat. But you can see the tomb just like that. You can see that it used to be a cave, a rock-cut cave. And here you can see some ossuaries. The idea of Second Temple time, the time of Jesus, is that when a rich man had a tomb, they used to bury some people there. And here you will see, for example, that there are 3 places. But what will happen to the 4th place? Then they will take the bones out of the first one, and they will put it in a small box by the name ossuary, and then they can bury someone else instead. But it actually tells us that it used to be a Jewish tomb, and soon we will be able even to enter, and I will let you pray a little bit. Now let's enter the tomb. In a way, maybe that's the place that they purified his body, or maybe it was outside and you can see the rolling stone, which is not part of that tomb, but it's still missing. And here you can see three tombs. Some people believe that the left one was the tomb of Jesus. And because it was a virgin tomb, according to tradition, according to the Bible, no one used it. Joseph of Arimathea gave Jesus his own tomb because he was a good Jew. And he had connection with Pontius Pilate. You must understand that a Jew must be buried at the same day. And when you crucify someone, it's kind of a message. The Romans want to give you the reason for that. If you will be against us, you will suffer. Then in that case, Joseph asked Pontius Pilate to get a body of his, and he buried him right here. I don't know what you are thinking about it, but it makes me happy every time that I'm here to visit that place, to be able to see it. Drama. But he's not there. Remember what's happened on Sunday? Resurrection Day. Amen for that.